This is breaking news on 2 News at 6.
It started over there where that bicycle trail is, and from there on it went up very, you could not outrun the flames. That's how fast it was going up the hill.
The winds were whipping. Thanks for watching 2 News at 6. We start with breaking news tonight. First responders are in the foothills above the state capitol right now, protecting homes from a fast-moving grass fire. It started in a homeless camp, then quickly spread to nearby homes. Flames came dangerously close to a handful of those homes. Thanks to firefighters' hard work, none have been burned. Right now, the fire is 50% contained and voluntary evacuations have been lifted this evening. We do have team coverage for you of this fire. Annika Johns, she spoke with first responders. Jill Margotts shows us how the wind will be impacting those flames. And Leslie Duarte is up first with reaction from a woman who tried to fight the fire with her own garden hose. Leslie, the flames came right behind her home.
Heidi, extremely close. Let's just take a close look at this. This is the burn scar right here, and just right over here is how close those flames got to her home. Now, right just underneath that hillside is a pool where the water, where the fire department was picking up the water and using that water to make the water drop on this hillside. Again, these fire crews acted quickly and were able to stop the forward progress on this. But in just a moment, you'll hear from her as she tells me off camera that she just tried to stop the fire progress as much as she could, but it came to a point where she couldn't outrun the flames, she couldn't stop them, and she had to leave her home with her pets and her family.
I think it was surreal. I think you don't expect a fire to be in your backyard. And then it was, oh my gosh, our animals. We have 5 animals in the house at the time. And so we prepped them to evacuate. And then we turned on the sprinklers and we started the hose. So the hose right over here was actually the hose I used to kind of spray and
we have video of that evacuation. She recorded all of this on her phone as she was trying to stop those flames, water them, and at one point even being treated on site by medical staff here because of the smoke and how much of the smoke was building up in this home. Again, take a look at just how close this burn scar is to these homes. Right here is a burn scar where they were able to stop the fire, and just right over here, another house where the flames came just right in the backyard. This is what we have been covering all day. Luckily, everyone is back home safe and their homes are protected. Leslie Duarte reporting right from the evacuation zone. Back to you, Heidi, in the studio.
Oh, way too close for comfort. So scary. Leslie, thank you. While this fire is not under control just yet, roads in the area are remaining closed at this hour. First responders say they're making some progress. Annika Johns just spoke with them and has more on their plan for the rest of the night. Still a long night ahead, Annika.
Yeah, that is exactly right here. So just behind me, I'm going to give you a little bit of a different perspective from Leslie. I'm at the bottom of the hill here, and you can just see how big this burn scar is from this fire that took place earlier today. Now, again, as we mentioned before, it's only about 50% contained at this point, and that's what fire officials told us the last time we spoke to them. Now, just looking at it here, I have been able to see that any hot spots have died down quite a bit. I don't see any active smoke or flames even at this point, and I haven't for about an hour or so at this point now. But fire officials are telling us that they're at this point not calling it under control, but they do say that they have stopped all forward progress of this fire. But again, as I mentioned before, I did briefly speak to them earlier today, and here's a little bit of what they had to say about how they're going to move their investigation and, of course, their firefighting efforts as it gets a little bit darker into this evening.
We've got continued winds until 10 o'clock tonight, 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts, and so that's something that we're aware of. As reported earlier, the red flag was in effect this morning at around 10 a.m. and crews were notified prior to that. Everyone was aware of what was going to happen. When red flags happen, we basically expect a fire to happen at those times.
Now, as Heidi just mentioned there a little bit ago, roads in this area are still closed. If you take a look down at just the base of the hill here, we can see there are still fire crews out, again, working. I don't see any on the hillside themselves, but I did see them walking around earlier. A couple of them had hoses, were spraying off different areas. But from my perspective here, I don't see anybody up on that hillside here. But of course, they could just be in a spot where I don't see them. Now, right now, they're estimating that about 10 acres have been burned, but they are waiting for a confirmed acreage and say that they will bring that update to us as soon as they can. But of course, we're going to continue to watch any developments on this fire here. And of course, once they reach that 100% containment, we will bring you that update as well. Reporting live in Salt Lake City, Annika Johns, KUTV 2 News.